participate. Well, that sounds very interesting, doesn't it? Is it a part of some new Coast Guard system? Well, no. In fact, it's an expedition from Seaworld on the Gold Coast going through the motions of a dolphin hunt. Millions of visitors have passed through the Gold Coast over the years, and very few have missed the chance of witnessing the incredible dolphin performing at Australia's largest marine park, Seaworld, here at Surfers Paradise. Have you ever stopped to wonder where these incredibly intelligent creatures come from? How they are captured, how they are trained? I'd like you to meet Salty. He's a 3-year-old Pacific bottlenose dolphin, and he's the star of the show here at Seaworld. I'm sure you'd like to hear his story and discover Seaworld's wonderful world of the dolphin. Kodra. He's the director of marine mammal training and shows at Seaworld Surfers Paradise. Howard's a guy that's had lots of previous experience with dolphins and whales in the United States of America. It's his job to select, capture, and train a new dolphin to star in Seaworld's new show. With him is diver Bill Hookway and boat operator Don Smith. Fortunately, today, the notorious Southport Bar is relatively calm. But there are days when 3 to 6 meter waves make crossings just a trifle hazardous. As Howard says, it's nice to know the chopper is keeping an eye on you. The dolphin sighted from the helicopter 30 minutes earlier, moving north, should be off Surfers Paradise in 15 minutes, the estimated rendezvous time.
Catching dolphins in the open ocean is no menial task. In fact, the success rate of expeditions such as this is at least 10 to 1. 10 unsuccessful missions to 1 successful mission. It's also very expensive. First of all, we use our own helicopter to spot potential specimens. In these waters around the Gold Coast, there can be from 4 to 6 species of dolphins within a few miles of one another. We have a government permit to catch 2 dolphins, and the type we are after today is known as a Pacific bottlenose dolphin. He's a rather large fellow and is normally found in schools of 6 or more, a few miles offshore. The idea at this point is not to alarm the animals by any urgent boat movements. The boat speed should be around 15 kilometers per hour. The slow speed pushes up a pressure wave under the boat, and if the dolphins are in a playful mood, they'll swim under the bow to ride in this pressure area.
Dolphins, Howard! Put a stack of them on
Dolphins, of course, are air-breathing mammals and must surface for air every 30 seconds or so. We quite often find that we get to this stage with an expedition and the dolphins just won't play the front of the boat. This may mean that they haven't eaten for the day and are preoccupied in searching for just the right kind of fish, or that a predator such as a large shark is in the area. If the dolphins are playful, they'll come under the bow, and it is then that I select the one that is most suitable. Not too young, not too old, no body scars, and just the right size. As the one selected surfaces for air, I will try to drop a small net attached to a rope over his head with the hoop. If successful, the net will break away from the hoop. Well, a successful catch at last, and the dolphin has taken the net beautifully. The small net is designed to cover the dolphin's head section only, so that all swimming fins are not impaired in any way. If the net was long enough to cover the animal's pectoral fins, the dolphin may not be able to surface for air and drown. This fellow is not having any problems at all. The idea at this stage is to play the animal for a short time and be gentle on the rope as the animal tires. It is then drawn gently towards the boat. Now, Don, do you know how to work the winch with the stretcher?
Yeah.
Bill, can you... Oh, you got it, Bill. We'll leave you with it. Look at this, Bill.
Now, it's not really flattering, is it?
Yeah. Pull in.
Get round, Jack.
Don, do you know how to work the winch?
Yeah. You're getting nice and tired.
Most dolphins tend to give up when they realize they are captured and remain fairly calm during transfer into the boat. It is necessary for a crew member or members to jump overboard to assist placing the animal in the stretcher as gently as possible. This can be a hazardous operation, as it has been known for sharks to attack a helpless dolphin at this stage of the operation. So you can be sure that Bill Hookway will try to secure the animal in the stretcher as quickly as possible. Bill Hookway has nothing to fear from the dolphin. Why? Because dolphins have an uncanny affinity towards humans. And even though they could almost destroy an arm or a leg with one bite, there has never been a recorded attack on a human by a dolphin. Even when first captured, all animals taken from the wild are fairly aggressive. Not the beautiful dolphin. He, in fact, seems to enjoy being handled by his human captors. These and other mysteries are reasons why we are assisting with worldwide research being carried out on these remarkable creatures, regarded by experts as having the highest intelligence level of any warm-blooded animal. The stretcher is specially built for the purpose of carrying dolphins. It's been designed with openings for the animal's pectoral fins. Once the 300-pound dolphin is winched into the boat, it is placed on a special support frame and prepared for the journey back to Seaworld.
Lift him up a little bit higher. How's his pecs? Clear that side? They're already clear.
He's in? Yeah, he's pretty small. Okay, down you go slow. All right. Easy as you go, watch his tail. Go away a bit. Look at his top. We've made a capture just off Surface Paradise, about 2 miles out, John.
Congratulations, Howard. What have you got, Howard?
We've got ourselves a oceanic Pacific bottlenose dolphin, and he's in the boat. He's quite calm, John.
Oh, fun. Anything like the last one? How big is he?
This one's only about 7 foot long, probably 225 pounds.
What's your estimated time of arrival?
We're going to take it back slow, John, so we can see how the stretcher idea works out.
Once captured and placed on a stretcher in the boat, the animal must be kept wet. Dolphins do not have sweat glands, and if their skin is allowed to dry out, they would perish quickly from dehydration.
We can just bodily lift him out. He's not that heavy. You want to let the wings down?
He's a heavy guy.
Okay, let's take this end out first.
Someone hold the boat in. Yeah, I know.
How you doing?
Hey, ho. Down this side, somebody.
Being air-breathing mammals, dolphins are susceptible to most health problems other mammals and humans get from time to time. Therefore, immediate precautions, such as injections of antibiotics, are administered almost immediately upon capture. Blood samples are also taken from the tail flukes, and these samples are analyzed within hours, and appropriate medication is prepared, to be given by either capsule-impregnated fish or by injection.
Where you going? Nice and steady there.
Watch his pecs on the neck.
Nice and steady.
Okay, swing your head around.
Just lay him down there. Just lay him gently down there. So we can just...
This is your ear. I'm going to put it in on you.
Ease him down. Ease him down.
Okay, now. This is the tail, isn't it? His tail's a bit stiff.
This new addition is appropriately called Salty. And though he isn't too sure about what's going to happen to him, he could be destined to be the happiest and the smartest of all the dolphins at Seaworld. one of the most specialized and efficient marine creatures that has ever existed, is thought to be the descendant of land-roaming mammals that moved into the sea millions of years ago. And with each passing generation, changes took place in their physical makeup, producing the beautiful streamlined bodies that we see today. Dolphins prefer to play, and it is noted by experts that in the wild, when all else has failed to amuse him, the dolphin invented body surfing, perfectly calculating the speed and contours of the waves. Well, such are the dolphins at Seaworld. They love to perform and play, and Salty is no exception.
Okay, Salty, let's try it again. Come on.
Come on, Salty, a little. There is an adaptation period with a new animal of usually 2 weeks. During that time, a good trainer does a little bit feed the animal, tries to learn his personality and what his likes and dislikes are, whether or not he is nervous or stable. A good trainer must have respect for his animals, their individuality and feelings, and what the animal is capable of doing. Also, the animal must respect him. The respect must be mutual, and the animal must enjoy the trainer's contact, such as scratching his back, patting him, and so forth.
Well, it's 4 weeks later, and Salty is already improving. He's accepted his new home here at Seaworld, and has already proved to his trainers to be one of the most responsive dolphins ever to splash in a lagoon. Just how intelligent is a dolphin? Well, some experts say that a dolphin's IQ level is that of a 7-year-old child. It's quite true that a dolphin's brain isn't as large as a human's, but it is larger than any other animal in proportion to its size. In any case, Salty is really beginning to enjoy life at Seaworld. He's wide-eyed and eager to perform, so let's watch a training session.
Up to my hand. Alright, that's a good girl.
Most behaviors taught to a dolphin are really extensions of natural behaviors that the animal would have done at some time during its life in the ocean.
Right up now.
Behaviors such as bows, high jumps, tail lobbing, and sometimes somersaults have been witnessed by people watching dolphins at play in the ocean. What we do here is to introduce a signal, usually a hand signal, during a training session with a particular behavior. Before too long, the dolphin learns to associate the signal with the behavior and then performs the trick or behavior on command from the trainer. I feel quite confident that Salty will be able to recognize up to 20 different signals and perform 20 separate behaviors within 3 to 4 months. Let's pick a behavior and show you just how it's trained. Salty's coming on so well now that we've decided to teach her a high ball jump, which is going to be the highlight of the new show. The first task is to reinforce Salty touching a wand. The animal gets to know that whenever he comes out of the water and touches the wand, a whistle is blown and he gets a fish. This is a positive reinforcement signal which the dolphin learns to recognize as I've done well or I can stop now signal. A negative reinforcement signal is usually a hard tap or bang on the pontoon. He gets to know that this signal means that that's not right, I've done it wrong and won't be getting a fish. Training sessions usually last until the animal has had its food quota for the day. In Salty's case, it's 15 kilos of whiting and mullet. A couple days later, we introduce a ball instead of the wand and gradually get Salty to lift his body higher and higher as the trainer gradually raises the ball. We then attach the ball to a rope suspended on a pulley over the center part of the pool. It floats at first, and as soon as the dolphin touches it with his nose, the whistle is blown, and the dolphin returns to the stage for a reward. He gets to know that the size of the reward is important too. A little fish, not bad. A bigger fish, or 2 or 3 fish, and wow, I've really done it well that time. At this stage, the trainer introduces a hand signal, and every time the ball is juggled on the water, the hand signal is given. The whacking of the ball in the water helps the animal initially, but as the trainer progresses, the ball is left in the air, and only the hand signal is given. Days later, Salty is clearing the water by 15 feet or more, working only from the hand signal.
Right, where we go now? Not high enough. Come on. Very good, come on.
He really is a great performer.
Isn't that amazing? You know, Salty's doing remarkably well, but it isn't all plain sailing. Dolphin training can be a most frustrating affair, and there are times when trainers really feel like giving up. Now, here are a couple of examples. Well, Salty is almost ready for his show debut. This is his big day. But whilst final preparations for the show are underway, let's take a bit of a look around at Seaworld, one of Australia's greatest attractions. Complex, the brainchild of Gold Coast entrepreneur Keith Williams, developed in less than 8 years from a mangrove swamp here at Surfers Paradise. Well, I'm going across to the Marine Stadium now to see Salty in his show debut. Come along with me.
Thank you for that wonderful welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flipper Goes Hollywood audition. 10 years ago, over in the United States, Orson Welles Productions made a movie all about dolphins. He called his star Flipper, and it was such a success right around the world, he's decided to do it again. He called my Melbourne office a little while ago and asked me if I could go up here to Surfers Paradise to find his new Flipper. But I've got to find that new Flipper out of 7 dolphin contestants.
But I can't do it all by myself. I've got to confess that much to you, so I'm going to call on an assistant this afternoon. In fact, he's in charge of all the dolphins here at Seaworld. Our chief dolphin trainer, Mr. Bruce Brown. Make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know that dolphins are some of nature's smartest and most intelligent animals. And just to prove how really friendly they can be, Salty's going to come up now to get acquainted with a very nice fella indeed, Bruce Brown. But now it's time for Sinbad. 400 pounds of pure dynamite. He likes to get everybody wet with his flying handshake. Bruce is climbing the tower 17 feet into the air, taking with him a big plastic hoop. We're going to try and get one of these big, black, beautiful beauties to go right through the center of that hoop without touching any part of it. Bruce, seeing as it's Salty's debut, I'd like to see Salty have a go at this. She's going to be a star, that one. Up and through the hoop. Oh, Bruce. All right, Sinbad, now don't be nervous now. There he goes. Look. Sinbad, that was so special. Can we see that again? We want to see a front version of you coming through. No doubt about it. Charlie dances, everybody dances. Up and away. Isn't that beautiful? Well, now it's time for more high-flying dolphin action. This time we're going to try and get Sinbad to lift that 400 pounds of his 17 feet into the air to grab a piece of fish from between Bruce's fingers. All right, Bruce, you're not nervous, are you? Sinbad, just take the fish, no fingers, all right? We can't use any three-fingered dolphin trainers here at Seaworld. Flipper in the new movie must be some kind of athlete. Now, we've got all kinds of athletic sequences in the new movie. And Charlie says to me earlier on, he said, heck, I am one such athlete. What have you got for us, Charlie? Bruce, that was so close, so quick, I missed it. Charlie, look, I missed it. I'm sure Bruce missed it too. Could you find it within your heart to let us see that one again? Grab and chew on your little snack there. Give him the cue, Bruce. Let's see if focus the cameras in the same general area, because there's Charlie. Hang in there, Howard. Don't come up now. Howard Kodra, ladies and gentlemen, and the Roman ride. Bruce, do we have a dolphin who can jump 21 feet? You'll try Salty. Grand debut this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You think she can do it? Salty, hit that ball. Now, if you have a camera with you, focus it on that ball 21 feet above the surface of the lagoon. Here she is, the star of our new flipper movie, Salty.
Isn't that Salty fantastic, and what a great show. Much research has been done and much is still to be done to find out more about these wonderful marine mammals. And without marine parks like Seaworld, much of this valuable work could never be carried out. I hope you've enjoyed Salty and Seaworld's wonderful world of the dolphin.